Yo, holy moly, holy Holly's back from Ukraine, raising the roof. Caesar with the what flag is that? Is that like Uganda? What is that?
No, it's Hawaii's original flag.
Oh, this guy is so cap.
What?
Welcome to the We Made It Music, Movies, and Television Awards, the annual award show where we break down our favorite in the entertainment world. Caesar's out of here. See, he just remembered he did the wrong awards.
Gonna do his homework.
Where we break down our favorites in entertainment every year. We always do this at the end of the year. The new year's coming soon. I'll say this while Caesar's gone. Very happy that this 2022 we got our illustrious third member, Holly, out there in Canada. Very happy about that.
Woo!
Woo! He came back just in time.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be a part of the We Made It Awards.
Well, let me just correct you a little bit. This is the We Made It Music, Movie, and TV Awards. The We Made It Awards is about the actual sport.
Mm-hmm. That's when we actually become a soccer podcast.
Yeah. But that's at the end of the season. I don't know what Caesar's on right now.
I got technology over here. I don't just prop my laptop up and smile like you do. Okay, I got technology going on here. Okay,
I can tell.
It's problems.
But yeah, is everybody excited? How you guys feeling? You got all your categories done? Hopefully you got some honorable mentions on there. Let me just say this first, actually, before we even get into anything. Caesar, please, when somebody is talking about their award, can you just not guess it, please? Like, don't guess it out loud. Can you?
I feel like you're being ableist to people who have ADHD. I can't help it.
Yeah, you can.
My excitement, it will spill out onto you, and I hope you just enjoy it.
One of the years, I forgot I think it was like 2-3 years ago, Caesar just guessing mine the entire time. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Can I please
One
say
of the best episodes. Everybody loved it.
Definitely not. Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Someone said something and Google went off. Oh, I apologize.
Hey, Google, shut up.
I'm gonna go through the categories that we're gonna have today, and then we'll get started. And this is the order it's gonna be in two. Top 3 songs of the year, worst song of the year, song you like but want to hate, album of the year, best female artist, best international artist, retro artist of the year, underrated artist, overrated artist, bring back a dead artist, top 2 shows, and best and worst movies or shows of the year. Caesar, did you do all of them? Let me see.
All of them.
Well, since this is Holly's first time, I think Holly should go ahead and start with her top 3 songs of the year.
Okay, so this one, a lot of these were easy for me. All the categories, they were easy for me. This one, I had to think about a little bit. What are we cheersing for?
No, we're just showing what we're drinking.
Oh, well, we were cheersing. Okay, fine then. I'm gonna start off with "Cooped Up" by Post Malone.
Okay, he's still out here.
Posty.
So he might feature on another one of my categories, but I'm a big fan of Post Malone. Finally came out with an album this year. Cooped Up is good. I really like it with Roddy Ricch. And I love the remix that came out a few months after the album came out, because it has a sample or a similar beat to Return of the Mac.
Oh, interesting.
They did a little cross remix of it where they actually took the song Cooped Up and Return of the Mac and kind of mashed it into one. So I bumped both of those, the original and the remix, whenever they came out. So and for the rest of the year. So that was one of them. Another person who's going to show up on this list quite a bit, or yeah, for another two categories
Okay,
is
don't do spoilers.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. Shirt by SZA. I waited a whole year for that song to come out. When it came out, it was on repeat. I don't think it featured in my Spotify Wrapped because it stopped calculating after it stops taking data after like Halloween or something. So the last 2 months don't count. But you can guarantee that would have been on my Wrapped if it came out just a little bit earlier. And then lastly, I'm gonna go a little country on you guys because all summer long I bumped this song. You know, it gives cottage vibes, beach vibes, just a good time. The song is called You Proof by Morgan Wallen. It's the only country song I like, okay? But it came out and I love it.
Okay.
What's a cottage vibe?
Just some brewskis with the boys.
I feel like this is very Canadian, and I'm gonna let it slide.
Yeah, that is.
All right. California, never been in a cottage before, but I can respect it.
Yeah, Post Malone, I kind of started. I remember some years back he had some questionable things to say about hip hop music, like 2017. I was like, damn dog, really?
I agree. That was a whack. But I will
Like,
say what I've heard though about Post Malone is that I did hear he's like a really nice guy, and he's what is he like? Predator? He's Predator on Apex. I'm very impressive. Watching him play, I'm like, dog, you're really good at Apex. So you get a couple points back just for being good at Apex.
Did he say bad things?
He did.
he was talking about oh, if you want to hear stuff that has emotion, don't listen to hip hop. And I'm a white guy, so he's like I'm a white guy, so I have emotions. I'm like,
I was like, what the hell?
Is that what we're doing, dog? Like you come in on the back.
It was a very weird statement.
You come in on the back of hip hop, you blow up, and then right quick you just want to put us down.
No.
And then do whatever he was doing. I don't really know what he's doing these days, but
playing Apex, he's very good at it.
Well, yeah, that's what he's doing.
Predator.
Well, I don't know. I just know he kind of
Apex Predator.
He's really good. That's crazy.
Hopefully, he's not a predator. Also,
yeah,
come on, man.
I'm gonna also have some things to say about one of the artists you mentioned, but I know that they are coming later because you gave a spoiler.
I mean, that's a spoiler too. You don't.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Spoiler too. Don't come at us. Keep the energy for yourself.
Okay, Caesar, what's your top three? Oh, and also, I don't know if you have an honorable mention or no.
I don't.
Okay, Caesar, let's get your top three songs of the year.
All right, guys. I know everybody's been waiting for this. I have always the most controversial top three. And I don't even feel and then sometimes the next day goes by and I'm like, I don't even know why I picked those top three. I don't even like those songs no more. But here's my top three songs for the year 2022. Number one, I think this is a universal agreement. Titi Me Pregunto by Bad Bunny. I mean, this song comes on. There's no way you're not moving. There's no way you're not moving. Even if you're in a cottage, you're gonna jam to this. It's all good. This is a banger forever. Number two, unexpected song that I am obsessed with. Wait for You with Tim's featuring Future. I don't know why that song. Just like it just has like such a good vibe to it.
Is that Future song or Tim song?
It's on Future's album. Sorry. Future, I'm featuring Tim. Sorry. I think it's a co. I think it's on both albums. Whatever though.
Okay.
Yeah, and Future said the first time he heard Tim's voice, he knew the exact song she wanted to put her on. That was like really, just sounded really cool when he said that. And the song is it just flows so nicely. I love the vibe. This is also random. I do not know why I like this song. It's very embarrassing. I don't want to be judged for it either. Number three is Cowboys Don't Cry by Oliver Tree.
What is that?
Cowboys Don't Cry is an absolute mega banger. It makes no sense why it's so good.
Oliver Tree,
I would make that song if I was an artist. That song goes hard.
Did you give Oliver Tree another award?
No, I did not.
I'm pretty sure you did, dude.
No, I did. I would never do that.
No, like last year or something like that.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Oliver Tree, Holly?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I mean, this 32
You
million.
actually have heard of him, Holly. He's like, but you just don't know him. He's like massive on all those popular TikTok songs and stuff, and real songs are all him. Don't watch the video. Don't watch the video.
Palm tree.
Yeah, Cowboys
Definitely.
Don't Cry. I don't like any of these songs, but for some reason, I play the song all the time. It's a banger.
That's interesting. Is it a country song or no?
It's like imitating country. It's like kind of like you wouldn't call Nelly a country artist, but like
Okay.
like he's just making fun of country kind of. He calls it like country pop or something. He's like making fun of it.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting.
He's a hipster artist. It's
Okay.
nothing. I'm
And
not
you
writing
are
for him at all.
you,
I'm not writing defending
you
him at
are a
all.
hipster, so
I'm not a hipster.
okay, well, I'm gonna do my top 3 songs of the year. First, this hater right here.
Some
Stop. See, you see what he almost did. You see what he almost did. But thank you. You caught yourself. I heard it, but you caught yourself. I think you muted the mic. But first, Letter to Take Off by Gucci Mane. That was a banger. You know, I knew somebody was gonna do a song for Takeoff. I heard Boosie's song for Takeoff. It was terrible. But Guwap came out and did a proper actual tribute song. And he also had a part in there making fun of people voting for Herschel Walker, which was great. And it was like a really sad song. He's like, damn, you can tell there was dogs. That's my first song of the year, Letter to Take Off by Guwap. Second song, Yes To by Junior Boys. They released an album this year. I didn't really love it, but I did like that song a lot. Yes To, and maybe Holly would like that song a little bit, maybe. Caesar might be going with us to see Junior Boys live. Maybe we'll see. Junior Boys being from Hamilton, Ontario, the city that Holly hates. Also, Caesar almost said it, but the song Won't Forget You by Shouse. They're from Australia. Actually, I think Holly would like that song too. It is got the EDM vibe. But I was like, when I heard it, I was like, it sounds like a little bit too like mainstream EDM for me, kinda. But there's also a saxophone in there, and I'm just like, like when you put a
Ooh.
saxophone, I'm like, I'm thinking of the dude from Lost Boys, the buff dude playing in the movie. And also my girl Matriarchy sings on there too. You know what I'm saying? So you're seeing ghosts. And then I had an honorable mention. Y'all didn't have no honorable mentions, but I had an honorable mention. My boy Frosty the Snowman with Not Cap. That was fire. Pulling up in GT coupes, we are not Cap. And Frosty got my personal YouTube channel going up, so I got to give him some props. Already over 10,000 views.
Follow, like, and subscribe.
I'm almost at We Made It podcast.
Yeah, Bam running his rigged side YouTube channel is low-key popping. The ones that you don't care about always pop off.
That's how it goes. Okay. Let's get to worst song of the year. And I'm gonna mute myself, but I can hear you.
Okay, next time you gotta time that better. That was so awkward. I guess I'll go first. No, wait, Holly, you gotta go first. You gotta go first.
Okay. So I have two for this one. One was like worst song, but kind of a guilty pleasure. And then one was a straight up, I
Wait,
think, what
is there a guilty pleasure on it? Oh, there is guilty pleasure. But go ahead, yeah.
And then the other one is like straight up, I think it was like the worst song. So my guilty pleasure worst song of the year was Emo Girl by MGK and Willow. Not gonna lie, it's so bad, but there's something about it that is also so good. I was singing that line any chance I could. We love it. We love it.
I agree 100%. Like Obviously, I gave a lot of awards to the last one, and then when I heard that song, I was like, "Oh, it's probably gonna be huge." And I was like, "I don't like it, but damn, it's in my head. I hate it."
All the time. It didn't help that, like, of course it was like trending on TikTok and stuff.
Huge.
I'm on all the time. And then one night after a night out, my friends and I came home and we had a bunch of food to help us fuel up. And we put on Emo Girl on repeat, and everyone sat in silence eating their food. And that's a core memory that I have.
What'd you eat?
Shawarma.
Oh,
Ooh, that sounds fire right now.
It was really good. And then the worst song that I think was just straight up bad was Staying Alive by DJ Khaled featuring Drake and Lil Baby.
ooh, trash.
So bad.
So bad.
Trash.
Like the fact that Drake just says the part "Staying Alive," like,
Oh,
it's just
so
bad.
bad.
I don't know what was going through their heads to make that track, but no, that's worst song of the year.
That was really bad.
Everybody was making jokes saying, because there's a video where DJ Khaled says that he has like a team of producers and he just does the final word. Everybody's like, well, that song was ass because that's the only song he actually tried to produce. Like everybody in the team was like, no, don't do it. Like all the other team made like Pop Star and all those other hits, but like he was like, no, I'm gonna be part of Staying Alive. Everybody's like, that's the one he produced. That's why it sucked.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Emo Girl is a very much a horrible banger. That's what it is. It's a horrible banger of a song.
Caesar, let's get your worst song of the year.
I can't believe it's almost a shame I like this song, but it's something about how stupid it is makes it so good. Oh, wait, I almost skipped category. Worst song of the year. I don't like the song at all. The song pissed me off. And it's unfortunate because it's produced by one of my favorite people in the industry, hands down, for years now. It has all the makings of a song that I would love. All three people I'm down for, and have won awards on the show.
Oh,
The song, which is a smash hit on Metro Boomin's really recent album, Creepin', Metro Boomin featuring The Weeknd and 21. Now, you're probably saying, Caesar, what do you mean? I listened to the song. I'm 16. I love it. It's a great song. And I say to you, because 16 years before you were born, the actual song came on with the same lyrics, the same lines, and the same fucking beat. And it was way better, okay? And it's a classic. And 21 went on the song and did his original lyrics. And The Weeknd, who I gave many passes to as a resident Canadian, went onto that song, copied the exact lines, went to the exact beat, the exact rhythm, and the same sample. He didn't even go, you know what, maybe I should just put a little bit of my own on it. He said, no, give me Mario Winans lines. I'm going to say exactly what he said on the original song, which is I Don't Want to Know, featuring P. Diddy and Mario Winans. That's the original song. Creep It is the exact copy. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. I've listened to it 2 times total, and I'm protesting. It ruined Metro Boomin's hot streak of albums for me. He's been incredible dropping albums. This one, he destroyed my soul. I'm sad about it now.
it was hilarious. Me and Caesar were leaving soccer, and like we're walking, and he's telling me, he's like, "Dog, like The Weeknd got a song on Metro Boomin. It's like the same as I Don't Want to Know." And I was like, okay, like Caesar be getting stuff wrong. So I'm like, all right, like I'm sure I'm sure it's not the same song for real. But he's like, no, it's the same. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm sitting there like, that's the same exact. So why would you do the same? I was like,
he's just doing karaoke.
I'm like, yeah, this is karaoke.
Karaoke.
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
You can't make money off of that. That's not fair.
Yeah, it's really crazy they did the exact song over and just released it. Like, wow.
It's like
Very lazy.
Even 21, if 21 went on there and just started doing P. Diddy's rap lines, I'm like, this should be held in Congress. We need to shut this music down. But 21 was like, okay, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna actually make some lyrics up and rap. So he did his own rap, which was cool, but I don't care. I'm distracted by the pain of the copyright infringement that went on in that song.
Ridiculous.
Of my favorite song as a kid. I love that song.
That's fire. Okay, my worst song of the year, I think it's Trash. I'm pretty sure it was a big song. I don't really know like that. Already I'm getting eyeballs. I'm pretty sure this song was big because I hear this person's name a lot, but this song is straight trash, and it shames oral sex, in my opinion. It's called Munch by Ice Spice.
Oh,
I'm like, this is garbage. I was like, okay, I'm hearing her name everywhere. I'm like, let me actually listen to one of her songs. And I'm like, oh, this is like what they're talking about. This is garbage. And she's shaming this person that maybe gave her oral sex. I'm like, why is he getting shamed for, he or she getting shamed for that?
I only know
Why,
three
thought I
words
was
in that song.
why you gotta get called a name because you did that? Now you're a munch. I don't like that.
I thought Munch was just like someone who's like a simp. I didn't know Munch meant like
Well, see,
had to do
okay,
oral sex.
why were you a simp for that? You know what I mean? It's
Oh, yeah.
shaming. It's shaming, and I don't like it. But also,
Okay.
the song is garbage. I think Holly likes it though.
it's catchy.
See,
It's very catchy.
It's like, you thought I was feeling you? That part.
yeah, whatever. You know, I'm like, nah.
It's
dude, you're
great for a TikTok 10-second though.
That's the
You
thing.
thought I was feeling you?
yeah, that's what I figured. It was big on TikTok or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Trash though. Okay, let's get to the next category. Even though Holly kind of did it. Song you like but you want to hate category.
It was
Holly, let's hear it.
Emo Girl by MGK.
I'm in love with the
okay.
emo girl. Mm,
That was the one for
That
me.
was the one. Okay.
absolute banger.
Okay.
A trap.
Okay.
Caesar, let's hear it.
Mine is, I'll say it again. I was doing an intro for it. I have a whole script here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I hope you do. That's cool. That's great.
No, I freestyle. I don't need that. This song, it's the stupidest song of all time. The only reason I like it because it mentions a random country, and mentions mentions drugs. So I'm like, here we go. It's a good combination for me. Random European country and drugs. Let's
Oh,
do this.
Colin.
The song is Poland by Little Yachty. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I will randomly say it all the time walking around. I'll do the wah all the time walking around the backyard. I do it in the car silently. It's a problem. It's absolutely a hit. I don't know why. I hate it, but I love it, but I hate it.
That is hilarious. That's funny. That's a good one though. I heard
It's a
that
very
song.
much a guilty pleasure song.
I heard that song. It was in contention for worst song of the year for me though. It was
Fair.
pretty...
You can. I'm not gonna fight for it, but I'm gonna tell you the shit's in my head. Right now, it's in my head.
Okay, my song I like but I want to hate. I feel like there's another song you guys might know. I Just Want to Rock by Lil Uzi Vert.
Ooh, I just want to rock, 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 rock.
I like that little dumbass dance he be doing.
You gotta get sturdy with it, dog.
I'm like, this song is kind of fire, kind of, but like, it's also like, I don't really like want to be liking it for real, but I do kind of like it. The thing that's annoying about it is that it's so short. I'm like,
Yeah.
can you make it like this is
Same thing about Poland. It's like 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I'm like, bro.
I'm like, this is an up tempo song. Like, you got to make it longer than a regular rap song.
In a club, that song would bang though. Like
Yeah,
in a
but it's
club
too
or like a
short.
stadium, that's a banger song to come on.
But it's too short. I'm like, you got to make it like at least like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
So I went on. I was like trying to find like a longer version of it. Like, oh, like maybe somebody like looped it to make it longer, and I found a 10-hour loop.
10 hours. Well, 10
song.
hours is the YouTube algorithm. You gotta hit 10 hours.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But somebody did actually do like a 5-minute loop of it. But I'm like, you need to make it longer. But I do kind of like that song, and I seen the video of him doing this little dance like that.
I love when he does it on stage. It looks so funny when he's doing it. You know, now he's going. Now you know he dresses like Easy. You know.
Well, I seen him with the damn Jerry curl looking like Easy. I'm like, you're the same height as him. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, let's go to the serious categories here. Album of the year. Let's get Caesar first, and then we'll go to Holly.
Okay. This was a tough one for me. There's a lot of albums in contention.
Was it really? Because you kind of spoiled it the other day, but go off.
I hope you guys know how bad of a person Bam is. Anyways, no one had to know that till Bam said that. But yeah, I was sitting here and I've been thinking about it for a while, and this song's kind of resurfacing a lot of my playlists. And I was thinking about arguably the greatest hip hop artist in history, who's a Canadian,
Me.
not you. I was thinking about something and I'm like, man, like he's always released albums pretty much every year for the past 12 years or so, or a decade plus. And every single album is so on trend. It's about like what's happening now, it's what's happening today. But I never felt like he made a timeless album. And I really feel like Honestly Nevermind is my album of the year. And I think it's gonna be a timeless classic because as I said in the group chat with Bam and he got upset with me, Honestly Nevermind is Drake's first timeless album because house music never dies. House music will be here after me, it's been here before me. And when you make an album in that genre that kind of intertwines the mainstream people with that vibe, it can resurface again and again. Kind of like how I feel about Random Access Memories of Daft Punk. You can just kind of keep playing that again. It has that feeling where it can come on again. You go, oh, 2014 summer, hey, you know, like you kind of get that energy. And I think that Honestly in Mind has that. And it's album of the year. I think it's just like it's pretty damn good. Like it's my favorite album.
Okay, I'm feeling it. You got me when you said house music is forever. I'm like, yes, that is the truth.
That'd be a dope tattoo.
Well, you're not really a house head like that, but you know, you do got some fugazi.
Crazy to say that. Okay,
you do got some fugazi tattoos, but also just to remind
Dude,
you guys,
you're really coming at me right now, dog.
that's what I do.
What the fuck?
We're gonna do our chart reveals after.
You don't like my moon?
There we go. We're gonna do our chart reveals after the
You
awards.
like my ex-girlfriend's thing?
After the awards, so don't forget that. But Holly, let's get
Holly, ignore that. Keep going, Holly. Keep going. Let's just skip. You focus.
Holly, let's get your album of the year, even though you also
I did,
He's literally a dictator.
Hint to it. And I won't forget that, Caesar. We'll circle back to that one day.
don't even ask me about it. I'll give you the real story.
My album of the year, yes, I hinted to it. Yes, it only came out 3 weeks ago, but it is the album of the year, hands down, and that is SOS by SZA. I cannot tell you how obsessed I am with her, this album, everything. I am seeing her in Toronto in February.
Nice.
What day?
Sorry?
What date is that?
The 18th.
Oh,
Flying down.
that was my birthday. Damn.
Caesar, go out there.
Might have to.
But for many reasons, I think this was the album of the year. Like I said, with Shirt, that was a snippet of that was released over a year ago. I just think I like the concept of this album, the build up to it. She's released a couple singles over the last year or so that, you know, nobody knew what album they would be on, and they turned out to be on this album. I think it's just an album that like covers all the bases. Is clearly talking about a breakup or a love, and it goes through every single emotion you could think of during that time period. You go through grief, you go through anger, you go through sadness, and then it ends with good days, looking back on it like, you know, good days are still ahead. Keep moving upwards and onwards. But there's also just like really cool, like the production of the album is really good, I would say. It starts off with the little Morse code, and it means SOS, title of the album, title of the first track. The album cover was inspired by a photo of Princess Diana on a diving board, which was pretty cool. I just found that out like a couple days ago. I mean, not the Princess Diana part, but like, you know, the fact that it was like a reference to that, I guess.
Yeah.
She pays tribute to Beyonce and Kendrick, saying a few of their lines in songs. And then she also uses samples from Aaliyah. She uses a sample of her own song in Love Language. She uses a sample of Hit Different, which is really cool. So like, I don't know, overall, front to back, there's not really a song that I don't like. It's no skips. And it's my album of the year.
Also, she did shout out the big boys, so I'm a fan of the album. She shouted out the big boys
Okay,
out here. We get love out here, so I'm down.
That needs to be a real song because that's apparently an SNL skit. That's not even a real
That needs
song.
to be. Then you put that on an album because
Be a
you know
real
we need
song
some love,
because
dog.
Cuffing season, we all need a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did also listen to a lot of this album. I didn't listen to every song, but I never in my life heard the word X in an album more. And I was just like, really, dude? Like, that's what we're doing, SZA? You know what I
It's the
mean?
whole holiday season pain, dog.
It's like, damn, dude, you should be talking about some lame X the whole time. You know what I mean? And then I gotta hear her talking about murdering her ex and his new
Yeah, that's like
girlfriend.
one of the best songs on the album.
I'm like, that is toxic, yo. Like, come on now. Like, I just killed my ex.
You're telling me you never felt that way?
Not even for like a second. Like, not even.
I'm down. I'm down. Fuck men.
Yeah, well, see, I wish it had more of that energy and not like pining over my ex
Oh.
energy. But I didn't listen to every song, so I
Definitely
didn't.
does have the fuck men type energy. If you listen to Low, like that's her being like, no, I'm a be on my hoe shit now.
Hell yeah.
And then you go and then the song Conceited is like, I don't need no friends, no man, nothing. It's all about me. But in like a I'ma do me type of thing.
I agree.
Conceited is
Bamless
what
is
I'm
Australian
calling-
artist. I'm with you.
I mean, I'm just like,
It's not for you, dog. Damn.
you're right. You're right. I don't have any ex hate.
No, you
ever.
don't. You don't want to kill your ex. You're fine
No, I
with it.
don't. Caesar, you don't either.
You don't have her blasted on your body.
Oh, Lord, that's Christ. But
I don't either. I don't want either. The record show. I don't want to do that either.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, you kill the ex and his new shorty. Like, damn, dog. Like, come on now. Like, damn, dude, really?
It's art. It's interpretive, dog.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's a little toxic there. It's a little bit much, but she's an unevolved Scorp. So
She's Scorpio.
She's Scorpio, yeah.
yeah,
Makes sense.
unevolved.
Makes sense.
Okay, but no, I'm kind of joking. It is probably like one of the better R&B albums. But I was just like, damn, she said X again. Oh, next song, X. Like, goddamn, dog, for real. I'm just like, I don't want her giving men that credit. Like, come on now. Okay, my album of the year. Because I am a dictator. I did two of them. But it's because I knew this was going to happen. Actually, I have to be in full agreement with Caesar on this. One of my picks was honestly Nevermind.
Oh wow.
Although I don't really like it that much.
Mm.
But for all the reasons Caesar said is why I wanted to give it album of the year. I think Drake went out of his lane, did something totally different, did dance music, and I can respect that a lot. Now, I listened to the album. I didn't really love it. I felt like he was a bit too wordy on a lot of those songs. I don't think he really knows how to make dance music with vocals. He's like rapping over the songs and it's too wordy, but I can respect it. But I also gave album of the year to Beyonce for the same reason. Get into that dance music lane. I really loved You Won't Break My Soul a lot.
Very good song.
Classic, like a classic Chicago house beat on there.
And
but
I think that was a good example of how to like be on there, how to like sound on there. Like
exactly.
Drake, I don't think he knows how to just feel himself within the music.
No.
And obviously you could tell Beyonce knows. Like that song is just so tuned perfectly.
Yeah, she and also women like singing sounds better on house music than like rapping.
It does, yeah, it does.
But both of them kind of going into that lane, I respected a lot from like big artists. Like I listened to her, what was it, Lemonade was the album before this, and it's totally different than this album, Renaissance. So those were my two albums of the year that even though I'm never gonna listen to them, but that was my albums of the year. What are we doing next? Best female artist. We already know Holly's, so Holly will go first.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious that it's going to be SZA.
Bam. Oh,
I just think, like, album everything aside, like, she just planned everything really well. Leading up to the album, all the anticipation, all the drops, all the hints that she made. And yeah, I think it's just she planned it really well and everyone is fiending over this album. It's taken over like charts, everything. the internet.
It's doing great. Yeah.
And so I just think, yeah, for something that just literally just dropped before the year's over, like it's quite incredible. So she gets best female artist of the year.
I'll give her this credit. I did watch Lizzo had a show on Amazon called Watch Out for the Big Girls, where she did like a competition where she picks background dancers, and she always had like the big girl background dancers. And SZA did make a guest appearance on there, and I thought that was cool. And I gave her some credit. I'll give her some credit for that. I think she was high out of her mind, but it was cool that she was on there, you know, showing some love. And the show's really good. Y'all should watch it. Caesar, female
Okay.
artist.
Mine is more of a my female artist, I wouldn't say is necessarily because they had the best music career. I'm gonna give this person love out of everything they've been battling this year through controversy in the court system, through disgusting male behavior towards her. I want to give best female artist to Megan Thee Stallion because as a female artist, I feel like especially in America, she's had to rise against not only racial prejudice as a black woman, but also just as a woman in general, and how people have been treating her through the court case dealing with Tory Lanez. She was shot in the foot, both feet, and people have played denial. They've slut shamed her. They've said horrific things that don't constitute on what actually happened. And even after the guilty charge and the 2 counts, people are like academics are still running propaganda narrative that the jury deliberation was fake and influence. It's sad, it's shameful. She's a prominent female artist and deserves the respect along. Even if she wasn't that, she's a human being. She deserves for her voice to be heard and the truth to be okay. And I think that the jury did a great job in the trial and settling the guilty charges on Tory Lanez, another garbage Canadian that we have here. Can we deport him back? Can you guys take him back? I don't want him. I don't want Tory Lanez here in America. Take him back. Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, I'm with you. I'm riding with you. I'm gonna give you this award. You are the best female artist for things outside of music this year.
I think it seemed like Holly a little angry. Maybe she's on Tory's side as a fellow Canadian there.
No.
Okay, all right. Caesar, let me get 2 Megan Thee Stallion songs. Let me get 2.
Hot Girl.
Okay, and
then the one with the Cardi B.
Okay, what's the name of it?
I forgot the name, but it's a banger though.
And come on now.
Wet Ass Pussy.
Okay. Jesus.
I can say that, right? What's wrong with that? Yeah, WAP, Big WAP.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
WAP and Hot Girl Summer or whatever.
Okay, damn. Okay, my best female artist. And I do have an honorable mention. Like, damn, y'all want to do the honorable mentions? But anyway, my best female artist was Glorilla. She got that song with Cardi B. I kind of like it. And I thought it was really cool that a female rapper from Memphis is linking up with a rapper from New York. I thought that was really cool. And that song go hard. I'm sure Holly knows it or knows of it. No? The Glorilla and Cardi B?
I don't know.
Damn, I thought
who the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know Glorilla.
Dang, don't let me be up on the game right now.
She does have a gorilla tattoo on her neck, which is kind of gangster.
I like that. I like that song she got with Cardi B. And I just thought it was cool that these 2 artists are linking up, and Glorilla, who is from Memphis, is all up in New York in the video, like on the stoop. I thought that was dope.
I do know her. I saw her on Drewski's live last night or 2 nights ago.
You're hilarious. She also did have another thing that she said that I thought was really cool, that she actually said this out loud, but it's a bit too graphic to mention it here. Also, my honorable mention, even though I have tried to listen to this artist in the past, and I do think she's kind of whack, actually, but she headlined Glastonbury and Coachella as like a very young person, Billie Eilish. I don't like her music at all.
Why is the headline relevant?
Because she's like she's the youngest female artist to headline Glastonbury and Coachella. Oh. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a big deal. And I saw a little interview of her saying like she didn't think she'd ever be able to do that, and she did. But I question her talent. But yeah,
she's huge though.
I feel like she's a bit of a plant, to be honest with you. I feel like she's a bit of an industry plant, and we'll see where she is in 5 years.
I remember somebody telling me some story about her when I was at a jacuzzi one time, and she's like in LA, and like they knew her mom or something like that. So, and they were talking to basically like, well, this was like a plan since she was 10. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
Hey, there you go.
deep jacuzzi conspiracies.
Yeah, I mean, Glody, damn, where was I? Although it seems like Holly's a fan of Billie Eilish. You're a fan?
No, not overly. Like, I think she's talented. Like, I don't listen to her music at all either.
I tried. I gave
I
it a
think she's for
genuine
the
try.
Zoomers. She's for the Zoomers.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like barely though.
I think her vibe is cool. Like, she seems like a cool person.
Yeah.
She could be a plant, but she also kind of seems like she hates the industry as well. Like, she gives off that kind of vibe. I do watch her Vanity Fair interview every single year, even though I'm not a fan. But if you don't know about it, she's done the same Vanity Fair interview for like 6 years now, and they always they ask the same questions, and they go through like all the years. Like, she started when she was like 16, and now she's like what, 20 or 21. It's kind of cool. It's like how many Instagram followers you have, but then it also asks more relevant questions like of this past year. But yeah, not really a fan, but she's
like,
okay.
are you a robot like Lana Del Rey? No, I'm joking.
Me or
Okay,
Billie Eilish?
who?
Billie Eilish.
Oh.
No,
I think
no,
Lana Del Rey's a robot.
that's my conspiracy.
I love
Okay, okay. Let's go. Since two of us are in one country and one of us is in another, let's go best international artist. Holly, let's hear your international artist of the year 2022.
Okay, this one I do have an honorable mention for.
Nice.
So my best international artist of the year was Harry Styles.
Okay.
I just think I loved his album that came out earlier this year. That was definitely up there for me. I bumped that for like a couple months straight. And I just think he seems like a cool guy. One Direction who, like, nobody cares about that anymore. It's all about Harry Styles. And he's international because he's British, so
Yes.
Yes, he is.
and then my honorable mentions was Thames, because I love her. So she's up there as well. It was a tough choice for me between
Between the two, it was a tough choice.
yeah. But I went with Harry Styles because I bumped his album a little bit more.
Got his nails painted like Caesar currently.
I mean, he's done way more than me. He goes harder.
Well, step your game up then.
I got to get a dress, but I'm
Gotta
kind of
get
big.
her sequence.
I got to get a dress and some sequence, but I'm too large. It's easy to do that stuff when you're tiny and skinny. I'm jealous.
We'll get you a dress made. How about that?
That'd be great. For me, you know, I was hoping Holly would pick an American artist just to like finesse the international. But like, Holly, you're such a gangster for that because you're technically in Canada. It's so cool.
Kinda
But I can
racist,
respect Harry
kinda
Styles.
racist.
He does have that one banger song which I like. I forgot the name though.
Watermelon or something.
Yeah, that one's a banger. Whatever. My favorite international artist, no surprise, is Thames. I just when I hear music, I feel some things, I don't. It depends. I have music genres for different types of things I'm doing in my life for different phases. But something that seems to soothe me is Thames on the track. When I hear Thames, she just soothes your boy. She eases my soul. She brings back a little of the love I felt when I first made Big Africa my playlist, and how good I felt in my heart when I made that playlist and how those songs still hit. She just always still able to touch at those chords that other Afrobeat artists that I listen to, they don't do that for me anymore. That's kind of died out a little bit for me. But she still hits me right there, and it's a nice feeling. So I want to give her that. She's my favorite national artist of the year.
You know, Afrobeat, you know, me and Caesar 2017 bumping the hell out of Afrobeat. Then I heard an Afrobeat song in Starbucks. I was like, what is going on here?
It really we used to be Googling who's playing Afrobeats here. I'd be like, oh, like up in like far away in other states and shit, like Massachusetts. I'm like, what?
I'm like, what, like, how did Afrobeat become so mainstream that y'all are ruining it, dude?
I remember I
Like,
was tweeting about Wizkid. Nothing. One time I tweeted about Wizkid, I got like 3,000 likes on there. I'm like, what? Oh, y'all know about Wizkid now? What the
yeah, it's all Nigerians though. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yeah, but sadly, the Afrobeat got really mainstream. It's kind of like, damn dog, all right. But I do still go back to Big Africa. Them 2017, 18 Afrobeat songs
We're
do
bumping
hit.
that the other day at the party.
Oh, nice. Wait. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was drunk. My best international artist is from Canada. He is an artist that has two monikers. He his kind of goes by Caribou. I remember talking about him with Holly. She never knew who he was. But he has another moniker named Daphne, and Daphne is more dance music, more like house music. And he released an album this year. Um, I like the album's called Cherry. I like all the songs. The only kind of thing is a little bit annoying is that the songs are kind of short for dance music, and I'm like, a 3 minute song, like these are like songs like a DJ plays. I'm like, this song is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Can we get the 7 minute versions? Like, what are you doing here?
Dance music is supposed to be long.
Yes, like I just want to rock. You need to make it like at least 5 minutes. But that's my only thing. But the album Cherry is really good by Daphne from Canada, from Toronto, but Holly does not know him yet.
Yeah.
Um, should we get into the retro artists? Holly just did hers 10 minutes ago.
I did. This was the last one I did because I didn't get.
Didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of want to get Caesar's first. I feel like Caesar's gonna have a lot to say.
My
Right?
retro artist of the year.
Wait, are you gonna have a lot to say?
Yes, I'll go first.
Okay, good. Make it a little bit longer because goddamn.
My retro artist of the year. I want to say that this is someone who I've listened to very passively over time, but she has ascended big time this year. She has received a lot of mainstream activity for being featured on one of the biggest Netflix smash hits. I'm talking about the Queen herself, the legend, and she's not related to the worst president in United States history. I'm talking about Kate Bush. I think Running Up the Hill, the way it was cinematically produced and brought into Stranger Things, it was so cool because as someone who enjoys Kate Bush myself, seeing how they were able to incorporate it within like the whole vibe of Stranger Things, which is a show that I don't even like love that much. I thought it was just so good. Like I don't know. It was fantastic. It felt good. And I was like, you know what, let me go and give one to Kate Bush one time. I had to give it to Kate Bush. So I thought that was dope how they did in Stranger Things. And I wanted to and it kind of reinvigorated that love for the music I have for her. So I thought it was really cool to bring it back.
You know, I love me some Kate Bush. My favorite song,
My
Sensual
favorite
World.
Bush.
My favorite song, Sensual World by her. She also produced all her own music. Very talented. She does have a song with Prince. I think they were the same height. Um, she is of Irish descent too, so don't play her out like she's some Tory.
No.
But yeah, love me some Kate Bush, Wuthering Heights, and she was very literary in her music. She liked to fashion her songs off of literature, which I thought was really cool. She do have some really goofy songs too that are hilarious,
It's cute. I'm down.
but definitely Running Up That Hill is a classic. And you might as well say this. There's this local punk band, and the lead singer, I was gonna tell her this is before Running Up That Hill blew up on Stranger Things. Like I want to say this was like early in the summer. I was gonna tell her that her punk band should cover that song. Like I'm like, if you cover Running Up the Hill, that will blow up, like kind of in a punk version. But she was a little bit mean to me. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell her then. And if I would have told her, imagine where they could have
I'm
been.
gonna hold on to this.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, you weren't really nice right then. So you know what? It could have been big by now.
That's a great story. I don't know why.
Holly, let's get your retro artist of the year.
Okay, I mean, mine's not really that exciting or intricate as Caesar's was, but My retro artist of the year, simply because I can listen to the song all the time, no matter what. When it comes on shuffle, I will play it through, sometimes even repeat it. But it's Charles and Eddie for their one song, Would I Lie to You? Please tell me you know that song.
Caesar, do you know that? I don't know that. I don't think.
No, 100% you know it. I think you need to play.
Can you sing it?
No.
Would I?
Would I Lie to You?
Would I Lie to You by Charles and Eddie?
Yeah.
Wait, can you how does it go?
Would I lie to you?
I'm trying real hard to get you to sing on this. I wonder if I know it, but I just don't.
You have to know it. It's old, and I don't even know who these guys are. I don't know who Charles and Eddie are.
They're definitely a unique duo.
They could be a one-hit wonder, but
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it in this here to
Found
see
it.
if I know it. And I'm sure if I know it, I'll be able to know if Caesar knows it.
Oh, look into my eyes. Oh, tell
Yeah.
me what you see. Would I lie to you, baby? Would I? Yeah. I know the song. Yeah. I know the song. I don't think I ever knew their name, but I definitely know that song. Absolutely. Yeah. Look into my eyes. Tell me. Yeah. I know the song.
I think I know it, but like not that much though. But that's cool though.
Banger. It's a
That's
banger.
gangster. I like that.
I wonder if they're alive.
I do like that big hoop ring. I might do that myself. That's kind of hard. The big hoop
I feel
earrings
like
kind of
somebody
fresh.
else might have done that song, and I know it better from that.
I'm sure there's covers of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My best retro artist of the year was I did some DJing this year, and a lot of times I like to play older music. And the few times I played some of her songs, they always get a big reaction. Shaka Khan. Um, Shaka Khan is a real one, super diva. And she battled with Caesar. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just looking at the Bone Thugs version, but go ahead.
Jesus Christ. What's the name? But yeah, Shaka Khan always got a big reaction. Everybody loves Ain't Nobody love me better than you. Kanye blew up from Through the Fire. He made Through the Wire. That's got him on.
Yeah, he changed the song on like Creeping.
You feel me? But yeah, Shaka Khan, one of the best singers ever in music history, like an amazing vocal talent. And yeah, it's funny when she does interviews and stuff now because she's so mean. It's hilarious. She talks shit about Ariana Grande and all these people. I'm like,
He hates
goddamn.
everybody.
I'm like, you don't give a damn, but she's still out there doing her thing.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm actually really excited for this category here. I'm really excited what Holly's going to say. Underrated artist of the year. Oh, Caesar did a smirk, so he's got a good one too.
I feel like my picks for underrated and overrated are gonna be controversial.
Uh-oh.
But my underrated artist of the year, forgetting about what happened in 2017, is Post Malone.
Underrated?
Yes.
He's
Okay.
huge. He's huge.
Underrated. No, yeah, he is big, but he's still underrated.
I think he went diamond on YouTube. His song had like 1.5 billion views. The
Okay.
Sunshine one with the
Sunshine.
the Spider-Man
Sunflower.
song he did had like 1.5 billion views.
That was a couple years ago.
That's true,
Okay,
that's true.
he hasn't dropped an album for a few years. He kind of like went under the radar a bit.
Wait, he dropped the album this year.
He dropped an album this year, but before
Oh,
that one, it had been I think at least 2 or 3 years before he since his last album.
okay.
And he kind of states it in the album that, like, he fell off, came back, his one of the tracks is like a letter to his himself about his love-hate relationship with alcohol, because I think he has a bit of issues with that personally. I don't know, I just think he's underrated.
49 million listeners a month on Spotify.
Oh, you're trying to make me find some underground
Whoa.
person who's like really underrated?
No,
Like,
no,
The
I'm
whole
joking,
Canada
I'm joking.
population in 1 month. This guy.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it's fine.
I'm just,
I feel you.
I did it too last year, and Bam got mad at me. I did a popular underrated one. He was like, "That's ridiculous."
No,
I think
honestly,
I think it was Little Baby. I said it was underrated. It was like, "Are you kidding me? He's huge."
no, I don't even listen to Post Malone, so I understand where you're coming from because he has kind of fallen out of like the everyday talk kind of guy. So I
yeah.
feel you. Okay, Caesar, who's your underrated?
My underrated artist is named after two things I identify with. Number one, being emotional. Number two, I love oranges. My underrated artist of the year is actually a group called Emotional Oranges.
Caesar.
What?
They're big, dude.
They're not big.
Emotional Oranges is big.
They're not big.
Oh my god.
She just dropped Post Malone. I can't get on Emotional Oranges.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you.
What the hell? They've never even had a smash hit song yet. They're like kind of big low key, but
You're
not like
right, you're right.
big.
I mean,
You don't even know one album name. Shut the fuck out of here.
Okay, they only got 1 million listeners a month.
Yeah,
So
she got 40 of them in 1 month with Post Malone. It's 40 million people more. Anyways, Emotional Oranges, they remind me of, I don't know if you remember that song from like the early 2000s, Don't Mess With My Man. Do you remember that song?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I don't know why you're giggling for. The fuck is so funny? It's a great song. I'm gonna be the one to give it to you. That song is really important to me because it's like one of like the early hip hop songs I remember being a fob in America. I just remember that song very much. And they kind of have like that. Can I finish?
Do you know whose song that is?
Yeah, Nivea, whatever.
And who else?
And one of the dudes from he's half of the Shook One guys or whatever, right?
What?
He's half of a rap group. I forgot the name.
Mobb Deep?
Yeah, isn't it the guy from Mobb Deep? Who is it?
Holy shit.
Who is it?
Oh, it's the dudes from Jagged Edge, yo.
Oh, yeah. One of the twins in Jagged Edge. One of the twins from Jagged Edge. Don't ever sleep. I know there's twins on there. He's one of the twins in Jagged Edge. He does a song too. It never worked out for him because it doesn't work out for the other twin ever. But anyways, Bam is the worst. Emotional Oranges, they kind of remind me of that same kind of style that they'll mess around that vibe of like the male female relationship kind of talk hip hop kind of attitude, like early 2000s kind of music. They do that a lot in songs they make, and it just sounds really cool. I don't like Volume 2, but the Juice Volume 1 I think is really good, and their last album is pretty good too. They have some hits on here like West Coast Love, and yeah, they got some hits on there. They're always like a good listen, and also if you're with somebody, you're just not riding with somebody in the car, it's always a good bump because it's hard to not like kind of like vibe to it. So it's always good to put on the car too. Yeah, I like Emotional. They're just a good vibe, good energy.
I always kind of felt like they were industry plants too, actually, though.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm also mad that they're not in a relationship. It kind of makes me annoyed a little bit too. I'm like, you guys aren't even a couple, but you'd be talking real couple. It makes me a little comfortable, but go off.
Yeah, but it's all good though. Okay, my underrated artist of the year is going to get an eye roll from Caesar. My boy, he got shot last year. He got shot up bad. Staples all in his stomach. You know what I mean? And his homie died in that shooting. It's a car-to-car shooting off Manchester and Crenshaw, I think, honestly, in LA. His boy Darby got killed, but he survived. They thought he was out of here, but he survived. Frosty the Snowman, aka Snow Gerb. He's out here putting out songs. They're fire. First of all, Caesar's funny because every Frosty song I've sent him, he was bumping into. He was liking it. He like Make It Cheesy.
Make It Cheesy is a banger.
Yeah, you like them songs. He's got some fire.
I'll never listen to him or follow him, but I like when you do put it on. It's a good switch up.
It's fire songs. He's from Inglewood. Everybody knows that I like. If I'm gonna listen to some gangster rappers from LA, I want to hear the Bloods rapping. I don't want to hear no Crips rapping. Not for real anyway. But yeah, Frosty goes hard. I don't know if Holly would like Frosty that much. I feel like you'd be like, this is a bit much for me. But maybe though. I don't know. I don't know. But Frosty is my underrated artist of the year in 2023. He's gonna be releasing some bangers. He got a album coming up with Project Baby Twin out of Watts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it so Caesar can be annoyed. Caesar and I rode through Watts a few years ago. I got my first vaccine shot in Watts. You know what I mean? It was very ghetto, for sure. But yeah, Holly, how familiar are you with LA? Like, not really, or because I don't know what people know about LA from other places.
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with it.
But like, you've heard of Compton and stuff, maybe?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. What about Watts? Have you heard of Watts?
probably in songs.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's kind
What about Inglewood?
No.
No. Okay.
That's where all those sports teams are at.
What about Long Beach?
Long Beach. Yeah. Okay.
Because Snoop. Okay.
Told you we're bigger than Inglewood, anyways.
I mean, you are.
We
Okay. Okay, let's get overrated artists. This is always one of my favorites. Overrated artists this is always one of my favorites.
this is my only honorable mention.
Oh, nice. I love that. Holly, let's get, even though Holly, you're kind of nice, so I feel like you didn't even want to do this, but let's get your overrated artist of the year.
Okay. This one again controversial probably to you too, but this artist is my overrated artist every year,
Mm,
but like respectfully overrated.
I have an
And-
idea. I have an idea.
Okay, you can let me know if it's who you're thinking, but it is my fellow Canadian.
Yes.
Drake.
Drizzy Drake. Yes.
Is Caesar crying or laughing?
He's like, why you hating on, he's like just because he lives 2 floors above you in that building. Like,
But okay, but like again, respectfully, like I do, it's not overrated as in like, oh, he doesn't deserve the credit that he gets, or like he does have some bangers, and dropping an album every year is impressive, and like a different one each time at that. So I do like him. I just think like realistically every year he's probably just a bit overrated, because he could drop absolute dookie and it still is, up there in the charts, for whether it's for good reasons or bad reasons. But I don't know.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Caesar.
But like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Caesar, what you got? Overrated.
Well, now I just added Post Malone on here randomly. Shocker. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
like
kidding.
SZA.
I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna do my honorable mention first.
Interesting.
I want to just list this person on here because the only reason they're overrated is because I've never seen someone's name be discussed so much in current trend, and not one person can tell me a single song this person has made, what hit they've made, what they've contributed, and why the hell they were allowed to immigrate here. I gave it to Tory Lanez. I've never seen someone have such a popularity clout, especially during COVID when he was doing the IG lives, but we do not know one song. What song did he make? What is it?
Does Holly know some songs? That's a Canadian.
I don't really listen to Tory Lanez.
Yeah, no.
See, Holly's still an ally. Look, listen here, dog. The Tory Lanez, yeah, everyone talks about him, but no one knows a song. I hate him. The lawnmower dude is right here outside my window.
We can't hear. We
Okay,
can't hear.
good. Thank God for this mic. Yeah, so I gotta give it to Tory Lanez. Now I'm gonna give this overrated artist, and everybody in North America is gonna disagree with me. Everybody probably outside of there too. Everybody's gonna hate me for this, and I honestly don't care. I don't care. I stayed quiet when the album came out, out of everybody being like emotional about it. I don't care. I think the most overrated artist is Kendrick Lamar. I don't care.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I don't show me watch the video of him sitting on the stool rapping while people are walking down a runway and tell me if this dude is not overrated. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. I'm from Long Beach and everyone here is obsessed with him and everybody in LA is obsessed with him and it's a whole thing and I am not. I'm not obsessed. It's overrated. How Holly feels about her resident Canadians, how I feel about my resident Angelian, Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry, overrated. I don't want to hear it. No one's even talking about him anymore. Really, I'm sorry. The album is not ever timeless either. I'm sorry. No.
I can appreciate Caesars because I can't stand no short rapper, and both them dudes are short.
I did do 2 rappers under 5'6"
Yeah.
as my overrated, and I'm gonna keep attacking the short kings as long as this show goes on.
I do remember Tory Lane's like first song that was like kind of got him on the scene.
What's it
But
called?
he was singing, but I don't remember like the exact name of that song. But it was like a flip of an R&B song that was like popular in the
Is
90s.
he like an R&B artist? I'm so confused. I don't know what he does.
He kind of did the Chris Brown thing.
The only thing he's popular for is freestyling on a Twitch stream.
Well,
is what
okay,
he's big off of.
Also, he's done a few like freestyles where he's rapping and he's like taking people's bars and like people have been like, this is like, look, this is like literally Cassidy's lines. Like, so he's a bit phony.
He does that a lot, or he'll like sample like a lot, which like is cool. I love when artists sample old songs or something like that. But I swear he does like every single track.
There's
It's
no
like,
original
really,
pieces.
is this really yours? Like,
I remember I think this was the first video he did after the shooting Meg stuff came out. And I never seen somebody have like people in the background that look just like you literally just grab people off the street. Like it was like you have no entourage. You were just like, hey, if you're in Camden right now, just please come to my video shoot. Like it was so weak. And also I remember he was at the Breakfast Club and they were having the camera like above him and he was like getting mad because it was going to show his bald spot.
And also I hate the video of him playing basketball when he didn't get his hair plugs fixed and his like hair was all patchy and he's like,
oh my God.
Oops, I'm like, you don't need to do this. You can just not go outside today. It's okay.
I think he thought he was hard after he pressed Travis Scott that time. And I'm like, I don't think Travis Scott want to fight anybody.
I mean, he's like I'm not even trying to troll. He's literally 5'3". Like it's literally. It's really strange.
He's probably like, what's wrong with you, bro? Okay, my overrated artist is also another short guy. I have liked songs by this guy in the past, but I thought he came back really corny when he got out of jail. And this was like supposed to be his big hit. When he came out was Super Gremlin. And I was like, this is garbage. Kodak Black. I'm like, what is this song? This is really corny. It sounds like Hard Knock Life. And it's really whack. And also, when he got pardoned by Trump, I'm like, dog, you're supposed to be some gangster, dude. Like, you don't gotta go put on the hat and go to Mar-a-Lago. Like, the dude pardon you, chunk the deuce and keep it moving, yo. Like, aren't you supposed to be some gangster? Like, you paid to get pardoned. Everybody knows that. Chunk a deuce, thanks, buddy, and keep it pushing. Don't go skinning and grinning over there to Mar-a-Lago with no damn Make America Great Again hat on. And also another thing y'all are not going to care about, when he came out of just Caesars over here typing something, he's like, Jesus Christ. When he was in jail, he had an interview when he came out of jail. He said that when he was locked up, he was running with the Bloods. I'm like, really? You're supposed to be some super Zoe Haitian out here. But if you remember, after Nipsey got killed, he was talking about he want to go holler at Laura London. And then a lot of people were like mad at him about that. So his ass got locked up and the Crips was on his ass. So he started getting extorted by the Bloods was probably like, hey, dude, like, we'll protect you, but you're going to need to pay us. Mm-hmm. And his lame, corny, fake gangster ass got in there and got extorted by the Bloods because the Crips is going to beat his ass or kill him for the shit he said about Nipsey's ex, widow, Kodak Black, overrated, you're corny.
He's categorically had one of the worst appearances on freshman freestyle in history on XXL. That video of him over there, like, it was like hilarious.
Well, he just said Todd randomly.
Yeah, it like Todd is just incredible. I think he's a comedian. Like his clips are funny. Like the video of him on Breakfast Club is one of my favorite videos of all time. But I do think the only album I think he made that was really good and it was Dying to Live in 2018, the Dying to Live. I think that's a fantastic album. I love that album. And I have just not listened to Kodak Black ever since then. It's never brought me back. And then I listened to Super Gremlin because I love that title. I was like, oh, you name a song Super Gremlin, I'm gonna click on it. That's a great name. And I was like, what is this? And I turned it off.
Really bad. Kodak do have one of my favorite hip hop songs called Snot Thought. But I like it because he's like talking about a girl who's like a thought, but he still like her. And I'm like that. Like you've been out there doing your thing. Like I like that. So I can respect that song. But that was like back in the day. Now, Kodak, you're really lame and you're overrated. Okay. What is the next one? Overrated. Oh, bring back a dead artist. Ooh, one of my favorites. Caesar's gotten mad at me for these in the past. Holly, let's bring back a dead artist. Let's resurrect them right now.
Okay, I'm gonna resurrect a woman who just died this year, and a movie and soundtrack will never be the same without her, and that is Olivia Newton-John, Grease.
Okay.
She's known for Grease. Sandra Dee. I
She
don't
got
know.
some,
I
she got
love
some
that.
bangers. She got some bangers too.
She has some of her own bangers as well, but I can never watch Grease the same again. I'll be pouring one out for her every time I watch it. And I love that movie. So I would bring back Olivia Newton-John just to hear Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee once again.
Look, let's get physical.
Okay,
Banger.
that's a banger as well.
That's a banger. Okay. When did she die actually? Like it was recent, right?
It was recent, either the summer or just after.
Okay. I'm with it. Caesar?
Fan of Olivia Newton-John or no?
I don't really know. I never really watched Grease, to be honest.
I'm gonna
I've
be
seen
honest.
it come on though, but I never really watched it.
I never could get into Greece, but I do. Olivia Newton.
I do know that song you named. The first one you named. What was the first one you named by her?
Let's Get Physical.
Yeah, I've heard Let's Get Physical. I've heard that song before.
That's a popular '80s song, yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge song. For me, I was trying to be all like cool, who I want to bring back, and I'm like, oh, I still listen to this artist today, even though he's dead. He still dropping albums. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop capping. I don't really care. None of the people I want to bring back stack up to this person. This person is a deity. Okay, they are a metaphysical being in music. Apart from some controversy, I would love to bring back the only one, Mikael Jackson. There's just nobody who has been a part of my life more than his music. That was the only artist that I ever teared up for when they passed away. And with the funny stories that the minute he died, well, he got hospitalized. I was actually asking out this girl to be my girlfriend, and I didn't know what was going on. And I just never texted her back, which is funny enough because I was just so caught up in this Michael Jackson thing. It literally messed me up. And I have the pictures from that day too of me hanging out with her. I'll never forget it. In the background, it shows the TV and it's KTLA on. He's going to the hospital. Michael Jackson, I can't. I don't know what to say. I just would love for him to come back in a music aspect. I'm sorry about the stuff that happened that ruined people's lives potentially, but music wise, just he's responsible for everything we hear today. I want to give it to Michael Jackson.
Been listening to Rock My World on repeat. Okay, bye. Michael Jackson's just, I don't know if Holly might be like, no, I can't. Holly might give Michael Jackson the R. Kelly treatment. I don't know.
I don't.
Okay.
I was pretty torn. I was like 13 when he passed, and like beforehand, like for some reason that really hit me. Like had I ever really listened to Michael Jackson before? No, but as soon as he passed, it was like his all of his songs were just playing, and I remember I got like a shirt that had it was like sequence, and it was his like silhouette, and I
Damn,
wore that every day, or well, as much as I could. It was my favorite shirt.
that's really
I
cool.
was obsessed, but like it was, after he passed,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I,
I used to steal my mom's kitchen mitt and moonwalk down the hallway with like one kitchen mitt on. I wanted to be him so bad. I thought it was so cool.
I just remember there was the police had killed a guy named Freddie Gray in Baltimore. I want to say it was like 2015, 16, maybe, yeah, 15. And there was like big protests in Baltimore over the police killing Freddie Gray. Well, let me take that back. They got found not guilty, but Freddie Gray was killed in police custody, or he died in police custody. And I just remember during these protests, there was a dude in the middle dancing, doing the Michael Jackson dances. And I'm like, that is such a great form of protest to me. Like, he's out there hitting the Michael Jackson moves. Like, he's like, all the emotion he's feeling is like, I'm gonna hit these Michael Jackson moves to express my feelings. And Michael Jackson is always going to be the biggest artist of all time. No matter where you go in the world, everybody knows Michael Jackson. Everybody knows the moonwalk. If you go anywhere in the world right now, and you just go in the middle of where everybody's walking, and you start dancing like Michael Jackson, everybody's gonna stop and be like so happy. And there's no other artist that even has that type of thing. Like nobody,
Facts.
apart from the controversy. Which hey,
Literally, they were showing people in Brazil going in front of a teleprompter, like a big screen out in the hall, just to see if Michael Jackson was gonna not die in a hospital. Like people went to outside in like the plaza to go watch to see the updates. Like it's insane. It sucks when artists pass away and we get into this weird place of how the rights to their music is distributed, and it gets really weird because now the artists pass away and they don't consent to things. But and it just kind of happens, or we're resurged by his music. Michael Jackson, it's never been us up, down, or even bigger than ever. He's always been that guy, no matter what's been going on. And even the videos of him doing the "This Is It" tour, or like a little like sad slash like beautiful, because it's like he looks so skinny and a shell of himself. But knowing he was going to pass away, and then on a cusp of that, another artist passing away the next year is just. It was tough. It was tough to deal with that back to back and people in music around the world.
unfortunately, he doesn't have as many listeners per month as Post Malone. But
He doesn't? How much does Michael Jackson have per month?
32 million. But
What the fuck?
this underrated artist,
Post Malone is doing buku numbers, dude. Oh my god.
this underrated artist by the name of Postmaster Malone is.
She's like, I want him hitting 150 milli a month. That's what I want him at. Doesn't he like lifetime sponsorship with Budweiser or something? This dude is
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, well, after all that, like I feel like I don't even want to necessarily go off about mine, but I played this artist a lot this past year. I kind of discovered more of his discography this year, and I made a playlist, RIP 2016, because Prince, along with George Michael, who is my Bring Back a Dead artist, George Michael, he did die also in 2016, and if I'm not mistaken, he died on Christmas.
He did actually.
Yeah, but yeah, George Michael, one of the definitely also one of the best artists of all time. I think he was also one of the artists that kind of like one of the artists that came out of the closet early. Had a career being like the straight heartthrob, and then like told the world he was gay, and it was like, it was controversial, but it was also like he was so talented and determined to like live his truth that it didn't even like really matter that much. But Like, and then definitely in a time when it wasn't like so accepted. And he's British too, and you know how it can be. But yeah, George Michael, one of my favorites. Love the guy.
Me too.
But let's get into the
The fun
movie,
ones.
the movie and television aspect of the episode, the We Made It Music Movie and TV Awards. Very excited to hear what you guys have to say. Let's start with Caesar's going to talk a lot, I can tell. Let's start with Holly. Let's get your top 2 shows of the year.
Okay. My top 2 shows of the year. One of them I think is like pretty up there on my favorite shows of all time list, and that is Euphoria.
Mm.
I honestly I was a bit late to this Euphoria bandwagon, we'll call it. I think when the first season came out pre-COVID, I'd heard a lot about it. I do love Zendaya. I knew she was in the show, but I just never got onto it. And then with talks of the second season being finally finally filming after COVID, once things kind of cleared out a bit, I watched the first season and I absolutely loved it. I think everything from production, character, story building is very good. The music also very good in that show. Acting very good. So it's definitely up there for me. And the second season didn't disappoint when it finally came out earlier this year. My second show is a bit controversial, I would say, because I don't like how it went about. After it came out, a lot of things after it was released, a lot of things came out about it, about consent of the story and the things used in the show. But I do like shows like this, these little docu-series, soap opera type, not soap opera, but like soapy documentaries. I was a fan of the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix show. To be honest, like it's not something I was really familiar with. Like, you know, the name, you know that some of the stuff he did, but I guess you learn a lot more about it. The only thing I don't like about those shows is a lot of time they do romanticize the main character, who is, you know, not a great person, obviously. So that kind of aside, I think it was a well done show. It opens a lot of eyes towards the stories, but you know, there were things that came out afterwards about the families not knowing about the show and not really giving permission for it to be made and be so accurate in ways that is not cool. Like, I know that's just like a money grab from Netflix and all that stuff, but overall, the show was pretty good, and it was one of the ones I did enjoy this year.
Caesar, you like Euphoria a lot too, right?
Not really personally. I just think it's funny. It's also produced by Holly's favorite Canadian, Drake. But Euphoria, I tried to watch Euphoria, but I just feel like, for me personally, not even hating, I'm a little bit snob about some shows. I just kind of felt weird watching like a high school drama. I just kind of made me feel a little strange watching some of the lengths in which the director was willing to go to produce some of the scenes and discussing not just drug abuse but a lot of sexualization. I just felt it made me feel in a weird place with the sexualization of like youth. That's just for me.
Caesar, you wasn't getting it cracking in high school.
I was,
What
but
was you doing?
I wasn't watching that level of it. So, and I wasn't consuming it at, no, but whatever. I'm not saying I wasn't getting it cracking. That's fine. There can be that. I just felt a little weird. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I will say this though. I don't think my opinion matters because I've never given a show a fair shake. Maybe if I gave it a real true watch, I can circle back and be like, it's good or not. I'm down, but I never give it a true watch. I'm gonna sit down and just grind it out one day. I'm down. I'm not like Bam where I hate everything that's not what in his world. I like all kind of good shows that are popular
Caesar,
as well. Too.
first of all, I watched the whole thing. I didn't like it either, but
I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I might like it, but
Caesar, I'm gonna tell you right
I'm
now,
a
you're
little
not.
bit. I don't give Zendaya time of day. She something about. I don't know. I think I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean.
Fun. What do you mean you don't give her the time of day?
Because like I just don't feel like she's that talented. I feel like she's a good actress. I just don't feel like she has.
Euphoria. Just watch Euphoria. Oh,
I know. Trust me, my cousin
understand-
fights me all the time about this too. I know
understand the
her
you know,
range.
I understand the drug use and the sexualization of that show. Like trust me, it is very hard to watch at points, but Zendaya is just a very, very good actor and like plays the part. I saw that. I was watching you do that. You have to watch the show to understand that she plays the part very well and like it's sad, but it's quite accurate.
I promise you I'm gonna give it a fair watch.
Caesar, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it.
You don't know that.
I know you're not gonna like
The
it.
story developing, like I love how every episode I love when shows it's a continuous story, but every episode is kind of in a different character's point of view or but it moves the story along, but it gives you different, like Zendaya's character Rue is always the main character, but it really gives other characters like, light in the show and explains a lot of things. So I like it.
Also responding to another thing, I don't know if Bam knows that I'm a low-key crime snob. I watch tons and tons of YouTube on 2 channels. I watch JCS Crime Psychology and Explore With Us on YouTube, where it's all these random. I watch hours and hours of interrogations and stories on crime YouTube. It's a low-key obsession of mine. So I watched a little bit of Jeffrey Dahmer, and it was good, but I didn't think it was that crazy. People went to, but I knew the only thing that bothered me about it was the romanticization that happens, the fetishization of like Jeffrey Dahmer, like the actor, because it happens a lot with Hollywood, how they portray a lot of crime people and people who've committed crimes, especially assaults, murders, R words, etc. They show these things in a very like light, like a sexualized light, and I think that like that's really whack because it kind of devalues what the victims actually went through when you're trying to exploit off the like romanticization of like this main character, which is I think is really whack. They do that a lot in Hollywood though. As the Bam, there was that one movie too that came out, right? What was it? Before Jeffrey Dahmer, the other guy, the what was the other crime movie?
There's always something about a serial killer every 2 years, dude. You could go kill a bunch of people and be a white male. You will be famous.
Yeah, all you gotta wear is aviators and like a tan suit jacket, and you're like popping though.
Get a movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Caesar, let's hear it.
All right, my favorite 2 shows, these, and I'm gonna shout out. One of them is a shout out to my fellow weebs out there. They don't get any love out here. I did this for you, and also I've been hated on for not being a real weeb. I'm part of the community, okay? But this show had a season finale that I watched last night, and I already made this last week, and I hated the season finale. I was pissed about it, and it makes me want to take it back. But I'm a man of my word. It's already etched into the metal, for the award. They already hit a hammer on there. The name's already on there. Number 1, I want to say unexpectedly, I watched the show 3 times. I turned it off first 3 times. The 4th time I watched it, absolute banger through and through, finished it. Better Call Saul did their season finale this year, the series finale. Show is fantastic. Just edited perfectly, produced perfectly. The scenes, they have one episode which is just a whole black and white scene about him being a Cinnabon worker. So artistically dope. I wish I was on that show. Such a great show. Better Call Saul, which is a prequel to Breaking Bad, but it follows the corrupt lawyer that he had named Saul Goodman and his story in becoming Saul Goodman. So good. Starts off rough, then it gets it really cracking. I think it's a really good movie. Well done. Show.
Caesar, why'd you say about a weeb?
I'm gonna name the Weeb Show right now.
Oh, okay, okay, because I was confused. My bad.
Number 2, Bam interrupted me.
My bad.
This show is, controversial within the weeb community, the anime lovers. It's a hated on show, but it's a show. Whenever I wear this shirt, everybody always says something to me when I wear this shirt out in the street. My Hero Academia did their series finale last night. It's been incredible. Oh, such a good war going on. Fantastic story. I actually teared up watching it. Little tear came out, so I'm still a human. But the series finale happened I think Thursday night or 2 nights ago, whatever. Hot trash, horrible. But if anybody watches anime, they know they have no idea how to end a show. Animes are the worst at ending any kind of series and any kind of season, and this was another example. But My Hero Academia was just fantastic to watch this year, and I think that it deserves some love. A good superhero based anime story, really good.
Holly, you watched it too?
I'm not caught up. I'm a little behind on the recent season, but My Hero is probably my favorite anime. So I like that.
Mine is Voltron. Okay. My top 2 shows. This show made me realize that I was a Star Wars nerd. It confirmed it for me. Show is Tales of the Jedi. I was watching it. I didn't even know it was out, and I kind of saw it. I actually saw somebody tweet about it. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a real thing. So I started watching it, and the level of excitement I had when I realized that was Dooku and Qui-Gon, I was like, holy shit, I guess I am a Star Wars nerd now. But it was also really good. It was a really short episode, six short episodes, but it was really dope. And my second is a show that I was really excited to watch because I had seen the movie before and I actually read the books, read the book. And this author, I think, died this year, Anne Rice, but they did a show of Interview with the Vampire, and they did a really good job. I thought it was amazing. Interview with the Vampire, the movie with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, they kind of like play on the gay theme a little bit, but the show just went all into it. Like, although the book doesn't, the show did, which is like, yeah, you might as well, because you're just playing with it in the movie from the 90s. And the show, they just be like, yeah, he's gay, and they're lovers. And it makes it a lot better, but and they had a really great reveal at the end. So I'm hoping for a season 2. But the only thing that was annoying is that it's on like AMC Plus, so I had to do like a week trial on Amazon.
Same
so
thing with Better Call Saul.
I'm like, I don't know where the hell you find this show, but I did that week goddamn joint. And
Streamlord.com.
oh, okay. I'll edit that out. But but yeah, Interview with the Vampire, really good show there. Okay. Final category before we do our chart reveals. Hopefully we can do this all in 20. Caesar, first of all, you've been talking a lot too, so don't even try to do that. That's how I felt when you told me your chart. I was just like, Jesus Christ, Lord. Best and worst movies and shows 2022. Holly, let's hear them.
Okay, I don't really watch movies, so I don't have any movies for this. Like, I haven't seen a new movie in a while. But for shows, we'll start with worst. I tried to watch this show on Netflix. It's called The Watcher. If you don't know it, it is a true story. I know a lot of info about the original story because I watched like sleuths on YouTube who talk about it, the BuzzFeed Mystery Boys or whatever the heck they're called. It was basically about this family who was going to move into a house and they get letters from the Watcher, and it's kind of like threatening or scary mail that they receive, and it's just like, it was based off a true story, but the show was very inaccurate. And if you're gonna do a show like that, like like a documentary series or like, you know, a docu-series, I think to me they have to be accurate. Of course, with consent of anyone who's involved, but they have to be accurate. You can't just like take a little bit of the story and then just make it a full, like clearly that story wasn't long enough or big enough to make a full show out of it. So they completely changed it to make a show, which I think is really dumb. So that's up there for worst shows. Another worst show for me was Too Hot to Handle, a reality show. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I've watched all 4 seasons, but there's something that needs to change because it's getting way too repetitive. And there's no way these people don't know they're on Too Hot to Handle. Like ever since season 1, they just think they're signing up for a different show. No, like I think that's bogus. So that's up there for worst, and up there for best. Besides the other 2 shows that I already mentioned, Stranger Things. I absolutely love Stranger Things. Again, I was a bit late on the bandwagon, but I caught up once season 3 came out, and I was really looking forward to season 4. I think they did it really well, and I'm glad, but like sad, but glad that next year's season 5 will be the last, because I do think it's time to probably for it to come to an end, but I think they'll go out with a bang. Like season 5 will probably be really, really good. So I'm looking forward to that.
It was like a horror movie.
Stranger Things?
Yeah, last one was like a horror. It was like there were
Yeah.
like people getting decapitated on there. I was like, damn,
Spoiler.
you're never gonna watch it.
I might.
And then we're doing best and worst. This is movies, right? Movies, right?
Well, I put best and worst movies and shows.
Okay.
Just
I
in
didn't
case
put.
you
I
want to
just
put a
put
worst
best
show.
and worst movies.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't do any shows.
You know what? I didn't either, actually.
The best movie of the year for me is Black Panther. I thought it was a great movie. I watched it 3 times, and every time I watched it, I lied to the person saying I hadn't watched it yet, and I feel great about that. I'm fine with that lie. I went in there and smiled as if like it was first time seeing it. I just think it was just beautifully made. I think that it incorporated a Mayan god that actually resonates a lot with me because he was my favorite character in a video game I used to play, Kukulkan. So it was really cool to see that inclusion of a Kukulkan in there. I think they did a good job. It just the CGI was beautiful. Yeah, I think it was a great movie. Bam, that feels differently, but yeah.
Well,
so,
no, I haven't. I'm gonna watch on Disney Plus, but Dr. Umar Johnson said he didn't want to watch Black Panther and see underwater Mexicans. That's what he said.
Wow. I mean, they're literally not Mexican, but it go off. They're Mayan. But yeah, man. Dr. Umar hair probably smells bad. Let's continue here. The worst movie. This is funny because I'm supposed to hate this movie because I'm a person of inclusion. I don't believe in transphobia. I don't believe in homophobia. I don't believe in any of these things when it comes to separating and like shedding negative light and radicalizing these stereotypes against people of different gender and backgrounds,
Since when?
as this author commonly does. This author is a bigot and a hater, J.K. Rowling. But I have been following the Fantastic Beasts series for a while now. Hated the first movie, liked the second movie kind of. I was excited for my favorite character in Harry Potter to get his own movie, which is Dumbledore. I like Dumbledore a lot. Dumbledore's supposed to be a goon, get it cracking. I watched Secrets of the Dumbledore. What the hell was this movie? I mean, the guy was in there 3 minutes. It sucked. I fell asleep 3 times. The worst. It was so bad. I mean, this movie was just like a lot of like all I can remember is just transition scenes. That's all I remember from the movie. I don't remember scenes. I remember us panning the camera against a fake world and moving to a next scene. That's all I remember. The movie sucked. And I know I have Harry Potter as a place in my heart. Is one of the first books I ever read as a kid. Like the series. But this absolutely blew, horrible, terrible, and that's kind of the story of the Fantastic Beasts lore. Is it's supposed to be, why did you make the series? And it was bad, wasted all of our time. That's how I felt about it, and it sucked.
So you like J.K. Rowling, you said. Okay, cool. I don't know about Holly. Holly, I don't know how you feel about
I about J.K. Rowling. I've
yeah,
never really watched I'm not into that.
a
So no.
real ally. Um okay, my best and worst movies. Okay, the two best I put also I didn't really see a whole lot of movies this year, but I did watch Prey, which was like a kind of a prequel for Predator. I thought it was kind of cool because they did it as it was like indigenous people in North America. I think they were supposed to be in Canada actually. I thought that was cool, even though they were speaking English, whatever. But I thought it was cool that they did like the main characters were like indigenous people. I don't know if they are in real life. I didn't look that far, but you never really get much indigenous representation in film, especially like in a horror movie.
No.
Although I do remember old Tales from the Crypt, or was it Creep Show? There was like a Native American guy, and he like robbed a white dude. I thought that was cool. But anyway, that was one of my best. And also another one that, I don't really ever see movies that make me laugh very much, but this one did. Jackass Forever.
So good. I scream laughed watching that movie.
I was crying.
Scream laughed.
I loved Jackass growing up and Wild Boys. So I honestly thought that there was no way they could like still do it, but they definitely had me crying laughing in Jackass Forever. um, Worst movies? Oh my God, this movie was so bad. Forgive me for wanting to support. Sometimes you would just be like, you know what? I'm going to support a black person. This black person made this movie. You got some black actors. I'm going to just go out there and support a black person. I'm not going to say how I would usually say it, but I'm going to support a black person. And I went out there, even though his last couple movies were trash. I'm like, maybe he got it back. I went and watched Nope, and it was terrible. Jordan Peele, I think he shot his load with what the hell's the movie? Get Out. Get Out was a good movie. Us was terrible, and
What?
this
I think was better than Get Out.
okay. We need to have you examined. We need to have a long talk. I think you fell asleep and you were like, "Oh, I think it's good." No, I'm joking. But I thought Us was terrible. And Nope was so bad. It don't make no sense. And I think he just doesn't even know what to do anymore. And he also ruined Candyman. How do you do that? When I wrote a treatment for Candyman in 2014, I was tweeting it at you. You should have just hit me up. We would have made a whole nother better Candyman. But no, you had to make a trash Candyman and a trash movie called Nope. And another movie that was terrible, they did a movie about Marilyn Monroe on Netflix. It was called Blonde. It was really bad. It was just like I wasn't gonna watch it, but then some people asked me about it and wanted to know what I thought about it, and it was like very obvious that it was for the male gaze, and it was. I hate movies where it's just like a hysterical, crazy woman the whole time. I can't stand movies like that. And it was just Marilyn Monroe was just an insane person the entire time. And then they had a very egregious, just like really tasteless oral sex scene with her and JFK. And I was like, this is just like terrible. I feel bad that this woman's legacy, whatever the hell she did, I don't know what the hell she did for real, is being like put in this movie called Blonde on Netflix. It was really bad. But that is I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that. I don't Caesar's really over it. And Holly, we're gonna have a whole conversation about the movie Us, because I need to know anybody like that movie where some damn twins are coming underground in Santa Cruz.
I thought that was good.
Killing people with
Watch
scissors.
that.
Killing people with scissors when America's full of guns. But anyway, we made a podcast, music, movie, and TV awards. Bonus section here. We're gonna have the We Made It podcast members chart reveal. Caesar just recently some young lady, I'm sure, was giving him some attention and told him, "Hey, let me do your chart," and he was like, "Oh, it's about me? Yeah, sure." uh, but we're gonna. I mean, I don't know, like how much you want to do. I guess we can just do the big three.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that a little bit. But I do want to start with Holly
Okay.
out there in
All right,
Canada.
I got my co-star app pulled up and ready because I don't really remember my other two sometimes.
That's funny.
I am my son, my whole being is an Aries. An April Aries.
Triggered.
Who?
I'm triggered. I was traumatized by an Aries. What day? When's your birthday?
April 5th. Not a March Aries, whatever. We don't like them. Just kidding. I don't know. I only know one, and it's my brother. My moon, which is, apparently the ruler of your emotions and your moods and your feelings, which I think this is accurate, is Scorpio. And my rising, what is that? The mask you present to people. Apparently, I come off as a Capricorn because my rising is Capricorn.
I can see that for sure.
What? Really? Yeah. People always tell me I am the least Aries they've ever met, because Aries are usually outgoing, outspoken, loud, which I can be in the right setting and with the right people.
We just need to see somebody get you mad, and we'll see what the Aries in you.
Yeah, I am. My anger is definitely Aries, and I am very stubborn, which is also an Aries trait. But
well, it's okay. You're getting saved by that Scorp moon right there. It's saving you.
I like being a Scorpio moon. I think it's accurate.
Okay, but I can see that Cap in there too. I can see that a little bit stoic.
Yeah, is that Capricorn? Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Caesar. Let's hear yours again.
Okay, relax. I am an Aquarius, but on the good side in February, not that January mess. I'm sorry. The real ones are born in February, like Gucci said, more legendary in February. My moon is Sagittarius. Which I guess to these astrology or astronomy, whatever nerds, it's a bad thing. These fucking nerds, it's a problem.
Oh, here he go. Caesar, don't just
but
take
I am me and I love me. That's all that matters. But I will say this. Okay, let me fit the last one. And my rising is Virgo. Okay.
Yeesh.
The reason that
you didn't see Holly's reaction. You didn't see Holly's reaction.
The reason I hate this so much is there's a lot of stuff in here that is like very consistent with me as a person, and it pisses me off.
Well, what it is all out of whack. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm glad you're so put together. That's great, but unfortunately, the way my parents conceived me, I am led to this here. That's not. I didn't choose this lineup here. Also, I'm like, how does this stuff really count, dog? I'm from another country. This ain't different. It's different. I'm from another country. Anyways, this charts feel a little elitist to me. They feel a little elitist.
First of all, Caesar,
you can only care about your chart as if you're like in a decent living situation. Your chart doesn't matter if you're down bad and struggling.
Caesar, first of all, people are into astrology all over the world, and also it's ancient. Like, this isn't new. Like, this is
I don't know. I don't know. It feels a little elitist.
Caesar, literally.
This thing is telling me to fucking climb a tree. What the hell is that about, dog?
Caesar. Well, there's different. I don't know what you're looking at, but
co-star is telling me to climb a tree.
Okay, well, I don't know about what co-star
and that I like classic rock.
Caesar, first of all, you do like that one song. I forgot, but Caesar, first of all, astrology has been out since like the Roman times. There's books on astrology. Like,
I know the Europeans. Yes, I know.
Well, no, Caesar also like. I'm not gonna get into it. Let me just.
I'm just playing. Look,
I know.
I'm trying to get a row out of Bam to defend his people. But yeah, there's a lot of accuracy in here. It makes me uncomfortable. There's a lot of discussions about relationships, stuff like that I'm reading and I'm eye rolling because it's the truth. And yeah, so that's my chart. I guess I had a bad lineup, but I'm still beautiful, so it's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, my big three, I am a Scorpio sun. I get that. I get the very Scorpio thing a lot. But I think it's also because I'm a Scorpio Venus. And so the people want to act like I'm a hoe because of that. And they might be right. My moon is a Gemini moon. I recently warned Caesar about a Gemini. He had met someone, and I was like, "What's her birthday?" He eye rolled the question, found out she's a Gemini. I was like, "Caesar, I'm warning you right now. I'm just gonna warn you about a Gemini." And I can say this: I'm a Gemini moon. I'm annoying too. I'm annoying, But and he found out the hard way. And also, Holly, I did see your thing on Instagram about the Libra women too. I was like, oh, would they ever do to anybody? um, and my rising, I'm a Cancer rising. Yeah, I got 2 water signs in there. And yeah, there's okay. Definitely Caesar is funny though, because when he told me his, I was like, damn dog, like he's the only Aquarius I know, but all the Sages I've known have been annoying, and for sure a Virgo is just get out of my face, dude. Like, please just go somewhere.
I agree with the Virgo. I actually get along with a lot of Sagittariuses.
Okay.
But, I've never met an Aquarius, so
Well, Ronaldo, Neymar.
Well, what a lineup
But
of good people.
but it was funny because when he looked up Ronaldo's chart, he's an Aquarius and he's also a Leo moon. I was like, oh my God, that is too on point. I'm like, that is like too perfect right there. But yeah, that's funny. What do you know your Venus, Holly? Co-star will show you right now.
yeah, CoStar has them all. Let me see.
Let me get your Venus and your Mars. That's all I know about.
Okay.
Caesar, your Venus was Pisces, right?
Venus. My Venus is Gemini.
Interesting.
How and what? Okay, I'll have to read more into that. And my Mars is Aries.
Really don't want to get you mad. And damn, you caught a body or what?
No.
I think being Canadian is saving you, actually.
Yeah, the apologizing.
Yeah, you're right.
Mars is okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think you might need a tattoo tear drop over there. Well, you're still young. Maybe it just hasn't happened yet.
Not yet, yeah.
My Venus is in Pisces.
Okay. I told Caesar that's the only thing saving you is that Venus in Pisces.
My Mars is in Gemini. I don't even know what that means.
Don't do that. Read about it. Shit. Okay. I don't know if I know any Scorpio moons. I know a few Scorpio rising.
Is this thing for real? What is I'm reading about this? How does it know this?
It's too accurate.
It's your ninth house, meaning you put a lot of energy into your politics and something like what?
Holly, the first time somebody did my chart, like I'd gone on like a date like with someone and we like went hiking and she'd asked me, she was like, oh, I'm gonna do your chart. I'm like, okay. And I like knew a bit about astrology, but not like that much. And so she pulls out this paper and she's like starts reading. And I'm like, nah, yo, I'm like, you know too much about me. I gotta find somewhere to bury you over here. I'm like, I'm like, you are saying stuff. This is my first time like meeting this person in the flesh, and I'm like, you are reading me down right now. I'm gonna find a ditch over here to leave your ass in. This is uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to scissor you right now. But for sure, I'm an evolved Scorpio. I'm evolved. I don't have those toxic Scorpio traits. So just a couple. Not the worst ones though.
Okay.
If you say so.
I might have the worst Gemini traits. Okay. Well, Caesar's gonna do some homework about himself, and maybe Holly is too. Very happy to have done this episode. This is a long one. This is a long one. This is about 2 hours almost. Caesar, stop. It's your fault too. But anyway, we made it music, movie, TV, and chart reveal awards. Coming back in 2023.
Absolutely. We yeah. Can't wait to see basically like if there's been any kind of like we should do like a look back in 2023 and be like, how has reading your charts and knowing this about yourself changed anything about your life? That'd be dope. I'd be like, no, I'm still me, baby.
Caesar's gonna be like, no, I'm still it's still self-centered. That's
Of course. I'm gonna love me first.
only. Anyway, we made a podcast. Holler, stay tuned, and see y'all later.